Hello everyone and welcome back to my series. It's Zooify here. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is Zooify here, and as you can see on screen, you might be a little bit confused on what's going on, but currently I have started a new series. You might be wondering, why is there everything? Because on our past series we have actually done it all from scratch. So I'm gonna pause it here, but basically as you can see I kind of have a layout done. So that was kind of the plan for this series, is get kind of a better layout so I could, so we had an idea of what's going on. So I'm going to give you a little quick tour and everything, but if you are new here, make sure you subscribe so you can keep watching this series. And I also want to mention I have put a hold on Denali Zoo for a little bit, but if you have any questions about that, let me know in the comments or join my Discord and message me. I'll also link that in the description of the video. But anyways, so we have our parking lot here. Let me know if you like it. I just whipped it up right now. And we have our little entrance. So this thing is temporary. This is probably permanent. Whatever. We have this little structure here. I'll put a picture on screen like right about now. And basically I went off this picture from this children's zoo, wherever this is, credits to them. I'm kind of going off that picture, but we just don't have enough research done, and this is just like I was testing out different colors, but this is kind of the building shape that's going to be. Maybe a little come out here and come out here, maybe even back here, but for now that's what we have because I don't have enough research done. And then if we come over here, we have this really beautiful habitat that I made. And it sounded like I've kind of given a lot of credit to myself, but I really made this really nice habitat, and it's very watery, as you can tell. And in the series, we are in a tropical biome, so it might be very rainy all the time, and I do apologize if it is like that, but it is a challenge zoo, so I cannot change the weather or anything like that. But as you can see, we already have staff and all the staff buildings already. So this is a sculpted zoo, by the way, so it will, I dug into a lot of terrain here, but it won't be like that. I kind of have a plan to bring it up here, bring the zoo everywhere. So this is more of a tropical series, though. You might be wondering what we're putting in this habitat today. Well, I have already purchased 2 of our friends. So, also, I do this thing on the channel where if you would like to be named after, if you want an animal to be named after you, or even a staff member, I could. So basically what happens is you go in the comments and you say, I would like staff member, I would like to be named after, like, you could have your name on one of the security guards, or one of the... Wow, they all disappeared on me. But you can be named... Oh, where are they going? But you can be named after one of them. So, say you wanted to be... So, say your name, or your YouTube name, like mine is Zooify, I could go in and name Allie Clevenger, our vet, Zooify. Or your real name, or whatever. So just let me know in the comments what you want, but we're going to get right into it. And so you can kind of see what's going to go on with this series. And I have a new building style, technically. Not technically, kind of, I guess. And it's going to be, ooh, it's not raining anymore, but it's a new building style. And compared to my last series, like, I put a hold on Denali because I would like to update a lot of it with my new building style. But I don't, eventually there will be a structure here. We'll probably do that next episode. But I would like to get things done in this episode and try to get all the basics done. So I have just a lot of things to explain real quick. As you probably saw, you were probably freaking out when you saw the albinos here and here. There. So there's lots of albinos or melanistics or rare fur variants in my challenge zoo, but I have a mod. So that's what that is. That's why there's so many. But here's our first pair of flamingos. So if you wanted to be named a flamingo, so just write in the comments what you would like it to be named. It doesn't have to be your name. It doesn't have to be your YouTube name. It can be any name you want if you have a great idea for them. And I will take it right away, and I'll do it in the next episode. But I will let you know if I have pre-recorded an episode. So we have 2 flamingos here, and looks like they have, yeah, they're perfect space needs so far. A lot more water than land. Ooh, never mind. I think there's a little bit more land, but you know, it's fine. We can always fix it. So I'm gonna let time play here as we look for some more flamingos. Wow, they are loud. I might turn them down a little bit. Okay, I'm back. So I like to do some of those cuts like that, just to, you know, keep it clean, keep the videos nice. If you have any editing tips or anything, let me know in the comments. I will also take any tips. So I'm pretty sure these are going to need hard shelter, yeah. So I'm going to actually build the shelter probably this episode. It's just a thing we don't have a lot of research. So if you don't know, or, I will get back to what I was saying in just a minute. I have to show you guys a little energy trick. Is that what it's called? Energy? I assume so. Power, I guess. But anyways, see, there's like, you get this little span of the radius of power here, but you actually get that from the entrances. So if we just put some of these entrances down, so you get that by going into guest facilities and into zoo entrance, and if you just sink it below the ground like that, it will power it. So it's really deep, but see, but it will power all the structures over here because it's considered in its radius. So all the structures are going to be powered from that. That's how I like to do it. If you guys would like realistic power with the power generators, solar panels, and all that, let me know. I will switch over if you want. It saves money, time, more entertaining for the videos because I can get more things done. But we're gonna look for some more greater flamingos. We'll pass A, B, C, D, E, F, G. E, F, G. Okay, sorry. Yep, nope, we don't have any right now, but we do have lots of people coming through right now. So that's good. Eventually this will be switched around. Like I said, we just need more research done. We're going to get the vet on that, and we're going to get the mechanic. I'd really like the aquatic theme done, I guess. That's probably our best bet because it has the wood that I'm going to want. Has the waterfalls that I want for right here. If you don't know why that's section's elevated, but that's kind of what I want. Wow, I actually really like this habitat. So we're gonna do some plants here. I'm also not very good with money, so you guys are gonna have to let me know some money tips in the comments, because sometimes money might get a little tight. So if also the big main thing is I haven't named the zoo, so I'm gonna do a little, maybe a community post vote, which is a thing that I like to do a lot. Or if you just leave a comment, I might take your suggestion for a name. And who knows, it could be named, the zoo could be named after your idea. So just let me know in the comments some name ideas, and we could potentially have the zoo named after your idea. So this series I plan on lasting a long time, and if you haven't watched my other video, please go watch that. It's on our next DLC that I believe is going to, you know, come into purchase very, very soon at the time of recording this. I think I'm right, but if you don't know what it is, it's going to be an Islands pack in my opinion. But go watch the video to see my animal roster for that. I made an animal roster for the ideas of it. Okay, I don't want this too crazy with plants. But I think I have a few ideas for that. And I'm really hoping I'm right on all of them because I really want those animals. Because I just don't think there's many more animals that I could have thought of. Do I like that? I like to sink trees a lot like that. I do like that. So I usually prefer the aquatic rocks, but sometimes I will use these occasionally. Oh, I love I haven't built in this kind of biome in forever. Alrighty. So that's pretty good so far. I think it's very tropical. Leave any suggestions for the habitat. Ooh. C, D, E, F, G. Of course not. But that also does apply the albino mod for all of this. I could probably link the mod if you want. I can also just send you the link. If you comment, I can send you the link. I always forget to check if they can escape. Perfect. So the building I think is going to be right along here. So it's going to be like an indoor section. But I really want that aquatic stuff done first. You know what? Actually, the inside's probably going to be plaster. So I'm going to do a little speed build time-lapse thing here of me just kind of getting the structure up. I tend to do that a lot in series. It's just kind of get the structure up in a time-lapse or do things in a time-lapse that don't take too much time, but you know, it just makes things a little bit quicker sometimes. So I will be right back. I am all done that time lapse. It's probably gonna be like shortest time lapse ever recorded in my series, but so I'm keep looking, but there's just no flamingos for sale right now, which is totally fine, but I need to change the time. Let me know in the comments if you have a good time frame to keep your zoo open where it's always light, because me personally, I don't really like, I usually go 8 to 8. So basically what I just did here was, I'd kind of like to form it into the wall maybe a little more. Ooh, they're already mating, which is good. So maybe we will have some baby flamingos. And they are on the older side. Okay, so we're going to do some of their terrain now. But that shelter, once we have that research done, so not the vet research, but the mechanic research, once we have that done, it will be really nice. Because I don't, like, ooh, I don't like that. I'll put up a picture, like, right now. So, like, as you see, hopefully in the picture, it's kind of like that tropical theme-ish. And that's kind of what I'm going for. And, like, kind of like a beach, in a way. Something you'd see at a beach if you've ever been to a beach. That's kind of the goal. So inside it's going to be all soil. Maybe some rock. So, like, they have a private area, which is very reasonable. Like, in my other series, I don't really give them a private area all that much. But I'm actually very happy with how this turned out. It's kind of like a little getaway for the staff, and it's a shelter. And it'll be all sectioned off and nice and neat, and the front won't look as bad once we have that kind of like wall theming. There's a very nice YouTuber right there, Zooify. Or I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Zoo, but I'm also loving the entrance right now. I think it goes with it very nicely. I think it could use some more plants. But we're gonna add some enrichment for the flamingos. Hopefully. I do love the water sprinklers. I like to put them in the ground a little bit. Usually distorts it like that. Stuff that I can't fix. There's some enrichment for them. They just need food enrichment, but I believe they only have one food enrichment. Yeah. So right now they don't have very much enrichment to be put down, but that's okay. We need a lot more flamingos. Ooh. So that's 3 flamingos. But we definitely need some more plants. I don't really have like a base where this zoo's located either, so it kind of can be located wherever there's like tropical-ish. It could be in Africa, it could be in Asia, it could be in Central America, it could be wherever, but I feel like we need some big trees, kind of like not crazy big. I feel like that's too big. Yeah, that's way too big. But I'm gonna, so these episodes aren't gonna be very long. Like, I'm gonna wrap it up in just a few minutes. Trying to just put some plants and stuff. Vet research seems to be going a lot faster than mechanic research. I need more flamingos. We have 3 so far, but if you don't know, flamingos are monogamous, so they will only like mate with 1 flamingo for their whole life. And these flamingos are kind of old. Oh, we got the food enrichment. So that's actually going to go right there. I don't know where I could put another one. I mean, I can always put them in the water. Just like that. Oh. Probably enemy. Yep, so I forgot I have to quarantine them. See, that's something, because I play franchise a lot, and I don't have to do that in franchise, because you can't sell them if they're sick or injured, so. I usually don't quarantine them, and it's a bad habit, but hopefully eventually I'll get more into it. So I tend to do more habitat stuff, and not, like, guest things. But if you'd like to see more guest like things, like education and things, let me know if you want to see that stuff, or if you don't want to see that stuff, because I usually, when watching a series, don't like to see that stuff, especially like education, as I do it. But I won't do anymore. It's just like things like that, and like placing benches and security and all of that fun. I just like the realism sometimes, you know? But I hope you guys are liking this series, and I'm probably going to end off the video here in just a minute. But I try not to make them too long. Probably maximum of 30 minutes sometimes, if we get that high in numbers. But this will be finished once we get the mechanic research done next episode. Yep. So next episode, shelter will be finished, and maybe I will be putting out another community post for a new animal, hopefully up here maybe. But that's a thing I forgot to talk about. In the Zooify channel, which is my channel, we do a lot, and I mean a lot of community posts. So I'm sorry, I just kind of want to not make it green, but have that dirty tint to it. That's way too dirty. I just want it to have that like slimy kind of looking feel, like not slimy like where they're bad, but just because we all know it can't be like a perfect clear blue. Way too much coverage, but I do not care as long as they're happy. So as I was saying, before I end it off here, I just want any feedback or any of that, and I'll put out lots of community posts. So if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, and then you will see all my community posts. You don't have to watch the videos, you can just do the community posts if that's what you want, but whatever you guys choose within about like 24 hours on a community post, that's what I will do. Or just leave a suggestion and I will most likely do it. And if you guys forgot, make sure to leave a name down for these beautiful greater flamingos. So I'm going to see everyone in this exact spot next episode.